condition in a competitive market produces and sells 8 metric tons of steel and has a marginal revenue of 8. What would be the firm's total revenue if instead it produced and sold 4 metric tons of output? So we have MR 8 and we have quantity, previous quantity 8, new quantity 4, and we need to find out the total revenue when the quantity is 4. What would be the price?
So I see.
The price would be
32.
8. Why? Because whenever you read the question, please highlight that which market we are talking about. And what did I say to you? We're talking about the revenue of the competitive firm. Do write it down that in competitive firm, the revenue is equal to price is equal to AR is equal to MR. If MR is equal to 8, it means AR is 8, it means price is 8. So you can just put the numbers. Price 8, quantity 4, answer is C. Right, guys? And now this question. I'm going to be giving you 3 minutes to read and answer this question. Okay, so what is the answer? It is answer D.
D.
Right? Okay, do I need to solve it here? Or do you understand?
I understand. I don't know about the rest.
Because whenever we talk about the market structure, P is equal to AR is equal to MR. So we know that what we want to find out, we want to find out average revenue is equal to total revenue divided by quantity or the price. So from this condition, you can find out that the marginal revenue is your average revenue. You divide it with the total revenue structure here, you will find out this is D. Right? Okay, guys. Now answer this question. For a firm in perfectly competitive market, underline that one, the price of the good is always what is the answer here?
Isn't it both A and C?
I just will write it down the condition here. Can C be the answer?
No.
Always.
A.
A.
Right?
A.
Well done. A. Right? Now answer this question.
Can you please go back to the last question again? I'm
Yeah,
a
sure.
bit confused.
We're talking about the price of the good is always equal to marginal revenue and average revenue.
Oh, it's greater than. Oh, sorry, I read greater. Yeah, sorry. I thought it's equal to average revenue.
Okay, C can never be the answer, right? True, false. The competitive short-run supply curve is portion of MC lies above average cost. So remember the short-run decision is called, and what is the condition for short-run? If price is less than average variable cost. So do you see a condition here? And what would be the MC, that part? above average variable cost. Now, you tell me this is true or false.
True.
Remember, we are talking about here the short run supply curve. In short run decision is the price is less than average variable cost. And what we have, average cost. It's true or false? Miria, Dijodi, Marilyn, Isaac, true or false? Kim, Nam,
False.
is, oh, sorry. It is false actually, not true.
But how come in the last graph you showed us?
Sorry, average variable cost. It should be variable cost here. Otherwise it is false. Let's go back to our slide. I'm going to show you here. I think I made a typo mistake here. You see here, the short run supply curve, that part of MC which is above average variable cost, not the average total cost. Understand, guys? So there must be, let me edit it. Because I made a mistake here, typing mistake. I need to. Here we go. Right, guys? Now it is more meaningful. I just made a typo error, so here we go. So again, the comparative short-run supply curve is a portion of MC that lies above average variable cost. Then it is true. If there is written the average total cost, then it would be a false, right? Because that is the long-run supply curve. Any question? Pike, Subhan?
No, sir.
Okay, good. So, here we go. So, the firm's short-run decisions to shut down, we talked about that. It is because if you stay open, you will increase your cost. So, firm will be losing money if it, firm will be still losing money, but it will lose more when it stays open because you're still paying the fixed cost, which is the rent. But if you stay open, you operate, you purchase raw material, you pay wages, you increase your loss, you increase your, or you lose more money by staying open because price is less than average variable cost. And this is shutdown decision. Okay, now the concept checker. If a profit maximizing firm in a competitive market discovers that its current level of production price is greater than MC, it should, right? Now, first of all, we're talking about competitive firm. And what is the competitive firm profit maximizing condition? We know that price is equal to AR is equal to MR is equal to MC. Now, you tell me, price greater than marginal cost. The condition is price greater than marginal cost. Or you can replace MR greater than MC. Now recall our discussion. What should we do?
D, increase its output.
Well done. Right? Because revenue is greater than the cost, we should produce more to increase our revenue, to increase our profit. Well done, David. Okay, and recall our discussion regarding the implicit cost and explicit cost. So, when economist refers to production cost that had already been committed but cannot be recovered, we call that?
The sunk costs.
Well done, sunk cost. Good, you have a good memory. Okay, any question regarding our perfect competition? This is the perfect time to answer, to ask questions, sorry. Any question regarding our perfect competition?
Clear so far.
Good. Let's talk about the monopoly. And what we talked about monopoly? The monopoly is sole producer. It means there is only one supplier of that good. It faces downward sloping demand curve, which means it is facing the law of demand. Price increased, quantity demanded decreased. And okay, we discussed that the monopoly faces the law of demand and law of supply as well. So law of demand says the price increase, quantity decrease. In that case, its demand curve is not horizontal, its demand curve is sloping downward. So monopoly is the price maker because there is only one supplier and he can control the price. So when monopoly decides to increase its revenue, price into quantity, he can reduce the price and increase the quantity sold. Its total revenue going to be increased or sales increase. So that what is mean. So if we compare the monopoly with the competition or competitive firm, monopoly single supplier, competitive firm more, many or several suppliers, right? So the demand curve for competitive firm is horizontal straight line because we talked about that price is equal to AR is equal to MR, whereas this is downward sloping, right? It means they are price maker and in competitive firm they are price taker, right? And then why monopoly arises? There are three kinds of monopolies. Number one, monopolies who are having ownership of key resources, unique resources. Number two, the government, sponsored monopolies, which is the government gives the right through patents, trademarks to some, companies to produce the goods. And third one is called natural monopoly, which is when your